All right, so here we go. You'll notice that we've got our standard A, B, H, and K for this function. All right, and again, remember that within the function are B and H. So B and H do stuff horizontally, which we'll talk about a lot more, and A and K move us vertically. But the translations are, and I'm just going to write, the slides happen with H and K. These guys seem to move us up and down, and the entire graph moves. So I'm going to draw an asymptote here. As this graph slides with H left and right, or K up and down, the asymptotes move as well. So if you read this, in a cubic function, H and K give us coordinates of the point of symmetry. In a simple rational function, H and K give us the asymptotes. So the vertical asymptote, if you think about it, right? Vertical asymptote is this line right here, and the only way it can move, I can't move this up and down, it goes up and down forever. The only way I can move it left and right, when I'm sliding that vertical asymptote. So what moves us left and right is my vertical asymptote is actually H. All right. Conversely, my horizontal asymptote, which faces this way, can only move up and down because it always goes left and right forever. So that would be our K value. So we're going to do these guys real quick. We're only going to worry about H and K and domain and range for these 4 problems. All right. So I'm going to say my H here is 3, and my K here is 5. So if I drew a little graph right here, that would mean I would go 3 to the right, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would have a horizontal asymptote there and a vertical asymptote here. Could I draw everything else? Yes, somewhere up here and somewhere up here there's going to be our graph because there's been no reflection. All right, but let's go ahead and we're just going to worry about that. So it says, write an equation for the asymptotes. So here we go. I'm just going to write H, A for horizontal asymptote. All right. And if we look at our horizontal asymptote on this guy, we're going to get something very, very simple. All right, we're going to get a horizontal asymptote. It moved up, so it's going to be the same as K. Right, horizontal asymptote is literally y equals 5, and my vertical asymptote is literally x equals 3. Right, my vertical asymptote moved over 3. All right, so my horizontal asymptote of y equals 5 is going to give me my range, right? My range. Because this graph will go forever down. So from negative infinity, it stops at 5. And then it picks up on the other side. So union 5 up to infinity. And this asymptote, my vertical asymptote, is going to give me my domain. Because you think that's left to right. So this graph goes forever to the left, comes up, and it gets super close to, so let's say negative infinity, to 3, that asymptote where nothing touches. Union, it picks up on the other side of 3 as this gets super close, and then runs off to infinity. So 3 infinity. And there it is. So just asymptotes for right now. So let's do this one. I'll draw it real quick. You don't have to draw it, but it's good to visualize as we go through, and we'll do the next 2, and that'll be it for this. We'll start a new video. So my H here is negative 4, it's right there. My K here is negative 6. I'm going to come over here and just draw a really quick graph. And I'm not taking anything into account other than, well, in this case, H and K. So that's 4 left. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to get an asymptote here and an asymptote here. That means nothing crosses. And there's been no reflections, so somewhere over here and somewhere over here, just for a visual, we're going to get a graph that looks like this, approaching both these. They hug those asymptotes. That's what they do. They hug asymptotes. So here we go. I'm going to say, let's do vertical asymptotes first. Vertical asymptote is x equals, well, it looks like I moved 4 to the left, so x equals negative 4. My horizontal asymptote, right, that's the one this way, I moved down 6, so y equals negative 6, all right? And so this is going to be my domain. I realize I switched this up a little bit. My domain is going to be negative infinity to negative 4, right? Union, negative -4 to infinity. My range is going to be -infinity to -6 union. Let's write it down here, -6 to infinity. So I'm going to go one more right here. So, all right, let's identify h and k. Looks like our h is -9 and our k equals -1. Let's go ahead and I'm going to draw it out here. So h, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, -1. I'm going to get a horizontal asymptote right there and a vertical asymptote right here. I want to point out something. There is a reflection that took place here. We're not worried about that right now. I'm going to show you that it doesn't make a difference. Instead of being up here, I'd be down here, right? Right? Instead of being down here, I'd be up here. But if you look at it, my domain and range haven't changed, right? So for my vertical asymptote, it's x equals, well, in this case, we got -9, right? For my horizontal asymptote, right, we got y equals, what did I end up going? My y equals, for my horizontal asymptote, we got -1, right? And there's my horizontal, y equals -1, goes horizontally. We'll drop down, there's my vertical at -9. And these are going to be domain and range. So domain, -infinity to -9, union, -9 to infinity, range, -infinity to -1, union, -1 to infinity. So even though I flipped over well, let's do domain. It still goes forever to the left and forever to the right. It just does it up here instead of down here, right? My range still goes down to -1, comes up here, and it still goes all the way up to infinity. So the fact that reflection doesn't change from range and domain, I'm going to underline this. You should try that one without me. I'll probably come and compare it. You should do this note. All right, and for now, I'm going to stop.